Welcome to Golden Mastermind Seminars Radio with your host, Jeffery Combs.
Jeffery Combs, president and founder of Golden Mastermind Seminars Incorporated, with the Golden Mastermind Seminars podcast. Good afternoon. I'm going to be covering Discipline 101 and Free Enterprise 102 on how to be a professional. So good afternoon, everyone. It's 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Just dialing my chair in here as it tends to want to roll around on the mat here. So good to be here with you. On Tuesday, the Golden Mastermind Podcast. This used to be the More Heart Than Talent Mindset call. So it's good to be here with you on a rainy, cold Tuesday. And it is October 14th. We're almost halfway through the month. So if you're here with me, thank you very much on a breathe, release, and let go day. And if you have any questions you'd like me to answer for you, feel free to send me a message to Facebook Messenger. So Golden Mastermind Podcast, I'm watching the people come in here today, so thank you very much for joining me. And I'm going to go ahead and go live here. So thank you very much, everyone. Being a professional. To be a professional is to be present and to understand your profession. So if you're a professional network marketer, a sales professional, if you're an insurance professional, a real estate professional, it's important that you learn and master the skills of your profession. So if you're a sales professional, you want to be very skilled at the art of communication. So small talk, fact finding, and rapport building is a key component to being a sales professional. And if you're not a sales professional, you will be and stay a sales amateur. And amateurs talk while professionals close. Professionals in selling are very skilled at the art of communication, being able to qualify the buyer, ask the questions in a sequence that lead to the outcome you seek, being able to be and stay in a relaxed body while having that conversation. Sales is the highest paid profession in the world, and if you're not a professional at selling, once again, you will be an amateur and you won't last in the profession very long. And this is why it's so important that you become very skilled at whatever profession that you decide to be a professional in. And the skills, once again, are the skills, habits, and mindset of that profession that you can next level, that you can take to the next level, that you can absolutely set in the middle of it all and be able to adapt and adjust and be able to produce the results in a relaxed body so that you can create a living and design a life. That will allow you to be a professional. If you have a job, the job will pay you what a job is worth. And you can still be a professional at a job. A professional in free enterprise requires a different level of skills: selling, branding, marketing, being able to brand yourself online, write content, produce videos, and be and stay in a relaxed body while bringing it all together as an entrepreneur. A professional entrepreneur means that you're making a income that's conducive to the lifestyle that you're living and the lifestyle you want to live. And that the more skilled you become, the more professional you become, typically your pay scale will also will be a byproduct of the skills, habits, and mindset that you have brought to the table over and over. And when you are skilled at this process, when you're skilled at being an entrepreneur, your ability to be compensated will be a component of that. And your compensation as an entrepreneur is determined by your skills, habits, and mindset. So there's a big difference between a novice entrepreneur versus a entrepreneur who has it as a hobby, and then a business owner who takes it seriously. And in free enterprise, you can create what the free market will bear. There are no limitations, only the limitations that you put on yourself. And if you are procrastinating, avoiding, getting ready to get ready, and don't treat your business seriously, and you treat it like a hobby, then it will absolutely cost you money. But when you're serious about free enterprise, being an entrepreneur, when you absolutely understand that it's a free market and I can create what the free market will bear, then you will treat it like the business that you're capable of creating. But when you overwhelm yourself, you're getting ready to get ready, and you don't understand what to do, then you'll procrastinate and avoid. And if you keep living in your head, avoiding the outcome that you seek to create, then you're just treating it like a hobby and it's going to cost you money. Then you'll get disappointed and frustrated, and that is not a professional. Amateurs, that's what most of society is. They want to make a little money. They want to have a side hustle. They want to make some part-time income. Nothing wrong with that, but that's an amateur approach to being a business owner. And you can still create money that way. But if you want to really scale a business, take it to the next level, be the person that you're capable of becoming, it's going to take discipline. It's going to require a routine. It's going to require a system. It will require a structure. It will also require being focused on the outcome you seek to create. And if you're not any of those, then you'll just keep getting ready to get ready, and you'll just keep attracting the same situation over and over, and you'll end up frustrated and disappointed. The breakthrough factor will come when you absolutely commit to the process of being a professional. That means you read the books, you listen to the content, you devote the time and energy to being that skilled sales professional, to being a team builder, to being a man or a woman of influence and affluence. You're practicing the skills of letting go. You're not taking it personal. You're in a more non-attached state of energy. And in that whole process of being a professional, you're letting go of any attachment you have to the outcome by being and staying in a relaxed body, creating the outcome that you seek to create. When you're able to let go of the outcome and focus on being present, the whole energy begins to change. The whole direction of your business begins to change, and a flow of people start to come to you in ways that they haven't come to you before, because you are no longer the mind-body connection to the events that shape the feelings. And as you're in that space of the process of the transition of amateur to professional, you're committed to being that professional. What happens to many people is they don't commit and they have an interest and they're interested in being successful, but they're not practicing the skills, habits, and mindset of what it would require of them to be a professional network marketer, a professional insurance agent, a professional real estate agent or broker. So there's a big difference between amateur and professional. Look at the difference in athletics. I mean, some people play for the love of the game, and which is awesome, but when you're a professional, you're going to get compensated, especially in your business, what the free market will bear. And when you start to develop these skills, these habits, and this mindset, the energy that you're transmuting begins to change. People show up in a different level of energy. When you're bringing that energy to the game, to the table, then you're no longer the mind-body connection to the events that's shaping the feelings. And in that space of free enterprise professionalism, you're bringing a different energy to the day. And it's that energy of the day where you're in the focus of being your best self, when you're letting go of attachments, when you're non-attached, you're able to navigate and move through people easily and effortlessly. You're able to breathe, release, and let go. You're not the mind-body connection to the anxiety, fear, and doubt. Your level of professionalism will be a direct reflection of the energy that you're transmuting, and that means you're letting go of anxiety, fear, scarcity, lack, and specifically doubt. And as you're letting go of those energies and those feelings, you're changing the vibration. You're moving into a higher level of consciousness, and people will begin to feel it. Synchronistically, people will show up differently. They'll show up in a sequence, as I said, more frequently, and you'll notice it. And it means, so the parking space is available, the restaurant booth's available, but most importantly, you'll notice in your leads are improving, or people are saying, I've been looking for you. You'll see this, and this is called synchronicity. This is also a part of professionalism. And as a professional business owner, as a man or woman being a professional in life, it means you have a level of energy that's conducive to people warming up to. You're transmuting your warmth from love, joy, bliss, enlightenment, understanding, knowing, awareness, trust, and truth, and people feel that. That is also called posture. And in that posture, you walk into a room and people feel you. You have presence. And that presence is a byproduct of your own esteem, your own self-esteem. And it's a major component of humility. And as a professional, you are humble. You remember your beginnings. You haven't forgotten where you came from. You realize that you've been through challenges to get to where you are as a professional, and you're able to acknowledge that with other people who are relatively new to the process. You're also not taking it personal. You're not setting people up to disappoint you, because in that humility, you're not rejectable, you don't feel abandoned, and you don't feel humiliated. You're able to easily and effortlessly let go. And as a professional, you're diplomatic. You're not looking for conflict. You're able to let people go easily and effortlessly. You don't have to be right or righteous. You're not operating out of anger. You're operating out of love and joy. And in that love and joy, in that higher consciousness and posture, you're emanating feelings that are conducive to people wanting to be in your business or wanting to be in alignment with you. And as you're letting go more and more, then you're going to be and stay in this, your power. And you're in that power, you're emanating that I'm good enough, I'm capable, I'm the leader you're looking for. It's a very, very unconscious message that magnifies people to your reality. It's a very, very enlightening and empowering situation when you're magnetizing people to you like that, because then they join you easily and effortlessly in your endeavors rather than you trying to drag them into a business. And you're in a breathing, releasing, and let go environment where people feel it, and they feel the love, they feel the joy, they feel the bliss, they feel the feelings that is being emanated from you. And it's a breathe, release, and let go energy in a relaxed body. It's very, very empowering as you transition from the amateur status to professional, and people begin to show up, as I said, in a relaxed body. It's very, very empowering. And there's a like a wave of energy that comes to you as you feel that level of professionalism that has been missing. So you're no longer processing, thinking, analyzing. You're not overthinking. You're in a flow state, and it's flowing to you. And people show up, as I said, in an energy that's conducive to win-win, and they'll join you, buy from you. And these are the people that'll have the money. They don't have stories for you. They see it, sense it, feel it. And there's a transaction as a professional that's very conducive to creating that type of energy that's long-lasting in a business. And the character that you bring, the honesty that you bring as a professional, that you follow through with your word. Your word is law. You're very good at servicing your clients. You're bringing the value to your business, and you love that business. You love what you're doing, and you're in love with that process, and people feel it. And then that's when they want to join you, buy from you, be in your culture, follow you, listen to you. You're creating a brand. So you're building a brand that's conducive to people being part of it. And that's such an empowering situation. And once again, this book, Power versus Force, Chapter 8, The Source of Power, is an exceptional chapter that I highly endorse. If you're on today's Facebook Live, you'd like to speak to me about my one-on-one coaching, I would be honored to do that. If you'd like to extend your coaching or rehire me as a former client, feel free to reach out to me in my Facebook Messenger, or you can contact me at 209-649-1562. Breathe, release, and let go in a relaxed body. Have a good afternoon, everyone.